No.
What did we go the first time, Scotty?
No.
You want 5, 5,
As you wish.
6.
No.
Please repeat.
What's the next thing on
Please
this agenda? I
repeat.
forgot.
Next thing is Kimberly Theron.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to give you 6.
Please forgive me, Master.
Okay.
Say.
Good morning. I'm Marcia Gayle, and you're watching New Forces. Could it be magic? Well, maybe. A butler in a box who electronically handles most household tasks. With me to tell us more is Bob Dinwiddie, and he's the National Sales Manager for Master Voice. And good morning.
Thank you.
Okay, what is Master Voice?
Master Voice is a company that has formed and created an entirely voice-activated environmental control system.
All right. And how did this come about?
A magician named Gus Searcy and a friend named Franz Cavan got together, and they have created it through somewhat magic and somewhat modern technology.
Really?
Right.
But what made them decide to do something like this?
When Gus was teased by a lot of his friends. He's a professional magician, but yet he had to still get up, go across the room to turn a light on or something like that. And his friend said, "Gus, how can you do all this and still have to control your home manually?" So he doesn't take lightly to challenges, and as a result, Butler in a Box has been born.
Okay, and this is something that the people with disabilities can benefit from, right?
Most definitely. It should aid them in a number of ways in their home environment.
Okay, can you tell us what are some of the benefits of Master Voice?
Well, the Butler in a Box itself is a number of items actually in one. It's a security system for the home, intrusion detection. It's a telephone. You can store up to 60 of your friends' phone numbers in the system, and then at a distance of up to 20 feet, say call Alan or Tom, it will open the phone line and dial for you.
So that's great for somebody who maybe can't dial on their own, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You can control up to 32 different items in your home by voice, meaning if you want the TV on, or you want the radio on or off, or the lamps on or dim, you can do all of this by voice. You must teach the system. It listens to 4 users.
All right, this is really a computer, isn't it?
It is a computer
All right.
and a friend.
Oh, okay, really. When you see this thing demonstrated, you will definitely feel it's your friend. It's got to be a person in that box. I really think so. Okay, now, why don't you demonstrate some of the things that it does?
Okay.
All right.
I have given the name to this butler as Godfrey, so I will call it Godfrey. You can...
Each one, you give each one of them a name.
Right, you give it a name. Just like it's a real person, you talk to it, it will talk back to you. Godfrey. Godfrey.
Hello.
Lamp.
Right away.
Dim.
As you wish.
So the light will actually come on and then dim down to your predetermined preference,
All right.
whatever that may be. Godfrey. Godfrey.
Yes, Master.
Fan, please.
Okay, Master.
On.
As you wish.
For energy management purposes, there's 32 timers built into the system, so you can control your air conditioning, your heating, all by predetermined time. The energy savings alone is very beneficial.
So it's like being able, a person who can't really move around that much can almost control their whole environment, right? Or surrounding
Definitely.
environment.
Definitely.
Right, and you've got another one here, which I think is always fun.
Godfrey. Godfrey.
Yes, Master.
Radio.
Okay.
On.
Okay, Master.
I'm not sure if they can hear it, but the music's going on. Okay, now, for somebody who would be interested in this, is this an expensive item?
It's going to retail for $1,195.
Okay, and what about breakdown or repairs on something like this?
Well, it has a 90-day warranty, and IBM has a 90-day warranty. So up until that point, if there's a problem, it will be fixed or replaced. After that point, it would just be there's no moving parts in the system. There's really nothing to go wrong with it.
And you know, the thing is, outside of, is this all it takes? Is this one little system?
There is no special wiring. You just plug the butler into your wall, and then of the items in your home that you wish to control, you have a module. You say plug your lamp into the bottom of a module, and then the module in turn into the wall, and you're done. That is the only wiring that is needed.
The nice thing is this isn't heavy, it isn't big, it doesn't take up a lot of space, right? And actually, for the benefits that it provides, it's really not terribly expensive.
No, it's not, for the fact that it's a telephone, it's an energy management system. You can use it to open and close doors. You can control a computer with this if you wish.
Can you?
You can interface it to a computer and then give verbal commands and control your computer at home by voice.
So there's just numerous ways this thing can be utilized,
Open
right?
and close doors by voice if you wish. And then late at night, if the individuals are tired and they don't want to have to go give a command for each and every item, they can give a good night command. Godfrey. Godfrey.
Yes, master.
Radio.
As you wish.
Good night.
Please repeat.
Good night.
Okay, master.
Godfrey. Godfrey.
Did you call?
Radio.
Right away.
Good night.
As you wish.
Usually goes off. I know. I saw it myself. I saw it going off. How about the fan? I like the way everything's going, actually, Bob.
I can turn them off individually. It would have to learn the good night command a little bit
That's
better.
what it is. You don't have. You need to program that in. Is that what it
You actually
is?
teach it your voice. It needs to know each of its users, and you have up to 4 users per home.
Okay. Now, if somebody were interested, I'm sure there's a number. Why don't you give the number?
The number is area code 213-594. No.
594.
6581.
All right. So that's Master Voice,
Right.
and they can ask for you, Bob Dinwiddie, right? And meanwhile, we're just going. We got the fan going, the
want me to-
lights going, the music going.
Godfrey. Godfrey.
Yes, master.
That's all right.
Lamp.
As you wish.
Off, please.
Okay.
Well, Bob, I like everything running myself, even though there goes the lights out.
I
And
can turn it back on.
okay, I want to thank you for being here today
Thank you for
and
having
giving
us.
this wonderful information. This could be really an answer for a lot of people who maybe their attendance, there's maybe a couple hours in between when they get attendance on and whatever, that they could use something just like this. And coming up next, New Forces is the National Blind Championships. My guests are Kimberly Fearon, and she's the Executive Director of the United States Association for Blind Athletes, and Lehman Stansel, and he's a middle distance runner from Santa Monica. And welcome to both of you this morning.
Well, thank you for the invite.
Okay, Kimberly, tell us a little bit about this organization.
Well, 10 years ago, we're in our 10th anniversary this year, the United States Association for Blind Athletes was formed. It now has 41 state chapters, and we have athletes from the term of legally blind all the way to totally blind competing in 3 different classifications in many different sports. And it's very exciting that the 10th anniversary national championships have come to California this year.
Great. Okay, now what are some of the other sports that are involved?
Well, we have track and field, swimming, gymnastics, powerlifting, wrestling, a 10K run, and which Lehman is involved in, and a sport called goalball, which is a special sport for the blind. It's hard to kind of describe. It's similar to a volleyball court with 2 soccer goals, 3-member teams with a ball that's hollow that has bells in it, and the goal of the game is to get the ball rolled back and forth into the goals. And it's a very exciting. It's an international sport for the blind. It's very exciting.
Okay, Lehman, is this the first year you're involved with this?
No, I've been involved since 1976 with the games.
Okay, and I understand you. What do? You work out with who is it in Santa Monica?
Different track clubs.
Right.
Once in a while, Santa Monica Track Club or Santa Monica College. I've been with the organization since 1976, and we've been traveling international since then, since that time.
Okay, and what does this do for you?
It's more or less a confidence builder for me. It gives me the opportunity to compete against other blind athletes, and also it brings me out into the world of, I guess, able-bodied competitors, and that has done a lot for me in my business in a lot of ways.
Okay, Kimberly, when are these games going to be coming up?
The games will be here June 8th through the 14th at Cal State University at Long Beach campus, and it's open to the public. There is no charge. We do have an opening ceremonies on June 9th, where we hope to have everyone come to see. It's very special, it being our 10th anniversary.
And this is the first time that you've really been inviting the public, isn't it?
Well, yes. This being the 10th anniversary, we have a great deal of surprises happening, and we have VIPs coming to the events. And but I think what's most exciting is that it is our 10th anniversary, and they're going to be the best games ever.
Great. Okay, and is there a number you want to give? There is, isn't there?
There is. For anyone interested in coming to be a volunteer for these games or to come and watch, they can contact us at 213-494-7875.
All right. What are some of the things that you need volunteers for?
Well, we need volunteers in all sorts of areas. In the professional fields, we need persons to help with our eye testing on the first days. Also, we need volunteers to work at the track, to work and help the athletes around as hosts and hostesses, to meet them at the airport, to work all of the different events as timekeepers and scorers, etc. It's a lot of fun.
Okay, and good luck with the games, and good luck to you too,
Thank you
Liam.
very much.
Thank you very much.
All right, and in a moment we're going to find out how Lifeline could help save your life or the life of a loved one. Welcome back to New Forces. With me now is Rebecca Pulver, and she's from Lifeline. Hi, Rebecca. You're going to tell us all about what Lifeline is this morning, aren't you?
Well, I hope so.
Okay.
Lifeline is a community service initiated by the Santa Monica Hospital about 2.5 years ago, and
What is it for, actually?
It's help system for a person who is housebound or disabled in any way, and people on Lifeline range in age from about 36 to 100 years of age.
What are some of the benefits?
Well, it consists of a unit that's installed in the home, and also a button here which we encourage the subscribers to wear, which when they need medical assistance or have a problem of any kind, they push this little black button and it rings in our emergency room, which is monitored 24 hours a day.
All right.
And then the emergency room personnel would call them. There's a file in that emergency room with all their information, their phone number and doctor's number, and responders who are people listed by the subscribers to call in case of emergency. and they have to have at least 2 responders.
All right. What if you can't get a hold of any of those responders
Then the paramedics would be called by the
Okay.
emergency room personnel.
to go out there?
Yes, and see what the problem was.
All right. What are some, you said, by disabled and elderly and so on, any types, what do they have to do, what does a person have to do to qualify, though?
Well, there really are no qualifications. They don't. The Santa Monica Hospital doesn't charge for the unit or the installation. There is a $15 a month service charge for this facility, and it's the only thing they have to have are 2 responders, at least 2 responders. If they have 3 or 4, the more the better, because we list them all on the card, along with their doctor's name and phone number and their any allergies they may have and any medication they may take.
I was just going to ask you, what are some of the things that would make a person respond?
You mean,
To use this?
perhaps falling in the home or feeling ill in some way, and not, or maybe having slipping or getting dizzy at night. And we encourage them to wear this at all times.
Okay, so this is for somebody who does live alone.
Yes, chiefly. And anyone who might feel insecure at home if they have had a problem, medical problem of any kind.
How did this all come about?
Well, it has been, it is being used nationwide, and
It is.
and many hospitals now in California have installed the Lifeline. And,
Okay.
we,
Rebecca, let me see. Now, if I were to use this, I'd just push this little...
yes,
Okay.
and
Oh,
then yes, the
there's-
red button would go off.
Did everybody hear that? It
and-
just...
And then the yellow one would also, that would be a signal to the subscriber that a message had been received at the hospital.
Now, this can just be worn around your neck like a necklace,
yes.
really.
Mhm.
What about, though, if somebody's in bed, I guess they could have it right on
the
their bed.
nightstand, yes. We don't recommend they wear it in the bed or in the shower or the tub, but keep it very close at hand. And if they get up during the night, to put it on over their head, so in case they felt dizzy, they wouldn't drop it and have to hunt for it. That wouldn't do.
Right. Okay, so there's no charge for this unit?
No, or for this either, and the only charge is $15
$15
a month.
All right, and so there's no expense to it, really, other than the $15
Yes,
a
and
month.
we bill the subscribers every month or quarterly, whatever is convenient for them, and send them an
Can
envelope.
that be paid for on Medicare or Medi-Cal?
Medi-Cal gets a reduced rate. I believe it's $5 a month if the person is only able to pay $5 a month. And also, by the end of the summer, around the end of August, they're coming out with a new voice response system
Okay, and
also.
how will that work?
It will work similarly. You'll push the button, and then the hospital will call the subscriber to see what the problem is. And the subscriber doesn't have to pick up the phone. He can just talk from wherever he is.
Oh, that's even better.
Yes.
I mean, especially if somebody falls.
Yes, and
Sometimes they can't get to the phone.
but then that charge for that would be $25.
It's a little bit
A little
more.
bit more, yes. But actually, this is also very good because if they don't reach the subscriber, they would call the responders. So there would be,
Right.
they wouldn't just forget about
No,
it.
I'm sure that some way you're going to contact
Some way
them.
somebody's going to
Right,
get in to
right.
find out what the problem is.
Okay, now you're
Right.
located at Santa Monica Medical Center, right?
Right. At,
Santa Monica Medical, what is it,
Hospital.
Hospital
Medical
Medical
Center,
Center? They're getting longer. And is there, I know you have a number, so why don't you give the number?
Our phone number there is 319-4000, and the extension is 3072. And if anybody wants any further information on it, we'll be very happy to send it
Okay.
out to them.
How many people do you serve right now?
A little over 200, about 225. And
So this is relatively new for
yes, it
Santa
is.
Monica Hospital,
Yes.
I'm sure. All right,
Yes.
thank you for coming and telling us about it
thank
today,
you very
Rebecca.
much.
And it's that time of the year, again, when we want to pack up a picnic and head for the Hollywood Bowl. So stay with us. Karen Crosley is with me to give us more information once again on seating and general information for persons with disabilities that are attending the Hollywood Bowl. And I'm glad to see you back here again this year with a whole
Nice to
lot
be
of
back.
new information, right?
That's right.
Ah, you people have been working this past year.
Yes, we have, very strongly. This year we've published a guide to the Hollywood Bowl for patrons with disabilities.
And what's in that guide exactly? What
It
does
gives you basic information about how you can make your evening at the Hollywood Bowl more enjoyable by knowing what is accessible and where the accessible areas are.
Great. All right, now, when one does want to go to the Hollywood Bowl, here we go again, Kara, with a disability, how do they go about? In other words, do they call up or do they go down there in person? What if a person can't go down there, though, to obtain tickets?
Well, there's two different ways. If you can't make it down to the Hollywood Bowl to pick up tickets, you can either call, the number is 213-850-2000, and order your tickets over the phone, and there's no service charge for ordering tickets over the phone using your Visa or MasterCard, or you can send in a mail order.
All right, and when they do call in, what do they ask? Let people know that they have a disability,
The
right?
most important thing is to let us know that you have a disability,
Right.
because our operators are very well informed and very willing to help you and give you everything you need to know.
Okay, kind of give us an idea of exactly where people sit at the Hollywood Bowl. We ought to have a picture of the Hollywood Bowl, we know. But, I mean, how is the seating set up
Okay,
for wheelchairs?
the accessible seating at the Hollywood Bowl is located in what we call our ramp sections, which are on either side of the front section of boxes.
Right, and they're very good. It's a
They're
good place
excellent
to sit.
seats, and they are at a very good price.
All right, what is the price?
Well, depending upon the concert now.
Okay.
The regular season concerts, their prices range from $5 down to $3.
I mean, which is relatively reasonable for
That's
a whole
right.
evening of wonderful music. It really
That's right.
is.
You really can't pass it up.
Right. That's not only the music part, but when you're going to go to the Hollywood Bowl, you're going to take a picnic. It's
That's
just a
right.
part of.
That's right. And the ramps, you can order a picnic table at $3 and just picnic right there in your seats. Or we have one accessible picnic area that you could also picnic in if you'd like.
Right. So in other words, if it starts, you want to get there early enough too, don't you?
That's correct. We don't recommend anyone who wants to picnic getting there any later than 7:30.
Right.
Even the earlier the better, because traffic sometimes can be rather difficult.
Horrendous going into the bowl. Okay, now I understand that there's a park and ride system set up now.
That's right. Well, we've always had a park and ride system.
All right,
and
but
this-
not for people with disabilities, right?
And this year we have 14 park and ride locations throughout the city and county, and each one of them has times that have accessible buses. And this is all in the brochure.
Oh, it is. I
Oh,
was
yeah.
going to say, how can they find out about
yeah.
it?
It's all in the brochure, and if you get the brochure and still have some questions, our people at our phone room is more than happy to answer any questions.
Okay,
for
why
you.
don't you give that number one more
It's
time?
area code 213-850-2000.
All right, and again, I'm all ready. I've got my basket packed. I'm going to the Hollywood Bowl.
Great.
Thank you for coming and giving us the
Thank you.
information. I'm Marcia Gayle, and thank you for joining us today for more of New Forces.